Hello, yappers. A back-to-back Ruchi Shalini episode. What a treat.
Increasingly rare, unfortunately.
Yes, and it will not be the case next week. Wait, no, 2 weeks.
No, 2 weeks from now.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Spoiled.
No one's ever said, where the heck is Shalini? They've only said, where is Ruchi? So I
One
think that means
person.
it's more important for you to be there.
Either that means we're more transparent about where you are, or it means there's exactly one person out there who's like, hey, is she okay? So I guess we'll just get into it. Hello, yappers. Welcome to another episode of Binge Yap Repeat. Today's episode is all about Love is Blind Season 10. That's right. There have been 10 seasons of proving that love is not actually blind.
Yeah, I feel like maybe season 3 or 4 we proved that, but we continue to try.
I think it was, what was the season with Shake and Deepti? I think that's her name.
Season 2.
Season 2. I think season 2 proved it. When he was like, love is not blind. Love is blurry. I was like, I hate you so much, but I actually agree with that.
Sadly, you are proving your own point, so it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. So actually, you know what? I wrote this down in my handy dandy notebook. I loved doing the notebook for Heated Rivalry so much that I did it for Love is Blind as well. But I wrote this down. I was like, I would love to see a Love is Blind with like actually ugly people. I don't know how they would cast this or like how they would do this at all, but I think that would prove more of the love blind part rather than we casting hot people.
Everybody's so hot.
Yeah. And also this season, okay, let me do a quick intro and then we can just like start talking. So Love is Blind season 10 is set in Ohio, and unlike previous seasons where they focused on singles from a specific city, allegedly, Portland was a little messy. Portland was
you mean Seattle?
Oh God. Yes.
Literally, like, what city was it? Why were 2 of the main couples in Portland?
Literally, half of the contestants were from Portland, I felt. Anyway, yeah, point proven. I don't even know, like, what city they were actually supposed to be in. Anyway, so this season is focused on Ohio and not a specific city.
Which is actually just so funny. It's like, they couldn't pick a city, so they're just like, Ohio.
Yeah, but I think it's fair. And actually, I wonder if in the next couple episodes that are released, so only this, sorry, yappers, let me continue my intro. So only the first 6 episodes were released on Netflix on February 11th, 2026. I think the finale will air. It's like going to be 2 episodes a week, I think. Same deal. I didn't look this up when the finale will air.
Oh. They might have that in
the
Netflix
finale will
itself.
air March 4th, 2026. So we may or may not have another BYR episode about that. I feel like 1 episode of BYR is enough, to be honest. But
the
yappers
show does not deserve more.
It really doesn't. So yappers, let us know if you want. I guess it's like fully dependent on the finale, like what we'll see. Anyway, so there's only 6 episodes that are out right now. If you're unfamiliar with the Love is Blind format, which at this point, it's 10 seasons, y'all. So what happens is that there's like a bunch of people go into a pods, they talk to each other behind a wall, they decide to get engaged without ever having seen each other, they have a big reveal, then they go to Mexico or some kind of travel destination for their honeymoon, and then they go back to their... It's always Mexico?
I was going to say, it's always the same resort in Mexico, that Viceroy specifically, which is also where they film Selling Sunset sometimes. Like when they go to Cabo, it's the same one too. So I think Netflix
they have
some just like
deal.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, so then they go on their honeymoon and then they go back to quote unquote the real world where they try to live with each other for 4 weeks, and then they go to the altar where they ultimately say yes or no to each other. Okay, so from this timeline, the first 6 episodes is only the pods and Mexico. Shalini, did you notice that there was a couple that was missing from Cabo?
You mean the one that they specifically told us was in Malibu?
Oh, did they tell us?
Yes.
God damn it. I was like, why are they missing? I want to do some research. LOL. Yes,
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, 7 couples decided to get engaged, and then only 6 of them went to Cabo and 1 of them went to Malibu. Because I think they said they only have resources to cover 6 couples in
Yeah.
Cabo. And they were like, Vic and Christine, you guys are like pretty siloed. Like you don't have any overlapping relationships or drama, so you can just go to Malibu.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking about why they did this, because 7 couples is also way more than they usually do.
Yeah.
And we found out that sometimes there are more couples that get engaged than the couples that they show on the show. So, why did they decide to show 7 couples this season? I think it's because the last few seasons have been such dumpster fires that they needed more couples just to have a higher chance of successful weddings. Do you agree?
I totally agree. Because wasn't it last season that no one said yes to each other, right?
Yeah, there were only 2 weddings and they were both no's.
Rip. Okay, but did you notice there was another, I guess, somewhat of a couple that was also missing? uh Priyanka in the pods looks like she was there for quite some time, and then there was also Miguel who was on the guy's side who also never got any screen time.
Yes. Okay, so I watched this with Jing Chen, who has been on this pod before, and my sister, and we were like, why is Priyanka everywhere? Like, she's in the women's quarters all the time. Like, why isn't she on dates? And B, why is she still in the women's quarters? So then, yeah, we were like, and then, yeah, we saw that guy Miguel and we were like, is that who she's dating? Like, what's going on? But anyway, I definitely noticed that Priyanka was extremely prevalent around the
Yeah.
women's quarters, but like not in a relationship that they showed.
Some say she's still there.
Also, I
Yeah.
loved that snippet of her that we got. I wonder how she feels about it being aired on Netflix, but when she was like, I haven't been with a man so long, I don't even know if I'm a bed tutor or not.
Wait,
She's
what?
like, do you remember? She was like, I might just be really tooty in bed these days. I just have no idea.
Yes. Wait, I forgot that was her. Oh my god. Oh my god, rip that's the only like line that we get from her. Oh god. Yeah, I was a little sad because I feel like there has not been that much South Asian representation, so I was really excited to get to know Priyanka a little bit more. And then they just went to Mexico without her. I was like, what?
Barely showed her, never showed her on a date, I'm pretty sure.
Rip. So rip. But she seemed like such a girl's girl. Like she was
She
really there for
did.
everyone. So I was a little bit sad. Maybe
Yeah.
she did end up with Miguel, but then they were like, we just don't want to show you. So
You guys are too stable to be shown on this show.
maybe. Because Miguel also seemed very nice and very empathetic to the guys.
Yeah.
So, well, wishing the best for them if they ended up together. We'll never know.
I guess we could probably look up her social media.
I did look her up, and I don't think there's
Okay.
any like news about it. There was something on Reddit that says that she does come back. I think when they have like the larger reunion with everyone, she does come back for that. And this is maybe another super spoiler. I don't know how true it is, but apparently she knows Alex, the soccer player.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
He does love women with dark features.
Oh my god. Dude, what a fucking red flag.
I hate him so much.
I
I actually
hate him so
started
much.
by really liking him and then ended up hating him.
Yeah, I think when I saw Alex 30 soccer coach, I was like, that's cute. He's like a little kid soccer coach. That's nice. And then I was like, oh, he's kind of weird.
I hate him, actually.
Yeah, like, oh, he has actually quite a few red flags. Seems very insecure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we ended up going to Cabo slash Malibu with 7 couples. We have Victor and Christine who go to Malibu.
I call
Um,
them trauma dump couple.
yeah, but I think it really works for them. So I have really high hopes.
I do
Oh, maybe
too.
you can just like go through the couples and say one by one if you think they're gonna make it or not.
Okay.
Okay, Devonte and Brittany.
Uh, no.
I agree. I think it's no. I also I thought it was so funny when like they do the reveal with Devonte and Brittany, and their height difference is so massive. He's like towering over her, and she's wearing heels, and he's like so like bending down just to hug her. And when he goes on one knee, they're like basically the same height. And then Brittany has the audacity to be like, I thought that he'd be taller. I was like, girl,
How tall you want, girl?
I
Damn.
know. He's like twice your size. What the heck?
I feel like what she meant was like lankier, perhaps. You know?
Lankier.
Yeah, because like he's like a pretty stocky build, but like
Mm,
it seems like she's like, this is not the type I usually go for. So I think maybe she meant taller, but like really she wants someone like tall and
slimmer.
lanky. Yeah.
Oh, like him stretched out just a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wild to me. That dude was like, that's crazy. So, for context, yappers, the height difference between me and my boyfriend is 10 inches. He's like 10 inches taller than me. And he has complained to me, to my face, about back and neck problems because he has to bend down. So, I'm pretty sure the height difference between them was at least 10 inches, and she still wants taller. That's mind boggling to me.
Crazy.
Crazy. Anyway, okay, so they're a no. The next couple is Connor and Bree. Breezy
Okay.
Steezy.
I don't think they're gonna make it, and I started by really liking her and then ended by thinking she was really annoying.
I mean, I think she may be a little bit annoying, but I think it's one of those things where she is such a character that if she is with the right person, you don't find her annoying. But I think she's with the wrong person.
Like a Michael Scott.
Like a Michael Scott and like I think the Seattle slash Portland season, Zach and Bliss.
Oh yeah, Zach made so much more sense when he was with Bliss.
Yeah, Zach was
Yeah.
so annoying. I got the ick so bad when Zach was with Irina, and then when Zach was with Bliss, I'm like, oh, he's so cute. He's just a little nerd. He's just misunderstood. So that's
Mm,
the Zach effect that I think Brie is suffering from right now.
maybe.
Yeah, but I also think they're a no. I also feel bad that Connor's like, oh, she won't shut the fuck up. Ha ha ha. I was like, that's so rude.
Oh, but they've like talked about that being a joke before. You know? Like in the
Oh.
pods, she was like, "Oh, well, what do you like about me?" or something, and he was like, "I love that you never shut the fuck up." And then they like laughed about it. So I think it's like a them joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, like, he says it all the time even without her in the room,
Yeah.
which I think is
That
kind
is
of
true.
weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I also think that could be editing. Like,
Hmm.
obviously he said it, but like maybe there's more context to it, you know?
I also feel like she doesn't even talk that much.
Really? I feel like she talks a lot.
Oh, no. Okay, moving on. Okay, so there are no. Okay, the next couple is Chris and Jessica.
Short couple. I am in love with them. I think they're 1,000 million bajillion percent gonna make it.
Yeah, I think so too. They're very cute together. I wrote no at first just because I didn't know how the whole age gap thing was going to work out. But then when they started interacting more in Mexico, I was like, wait, they're kind of cute. What do you think their fatal flaw is going to be, or like their conflict?
I don't know. I guess I don't think they've really talked about anything to do with family and friends. So I could see that kind of coming into play. Maybe her family and friends are going to be like, you should not be with a child. Like you need someone as mature as you. Even though he does seem very mature, but like they might just judge him on his age. I could see that, but honestly, I feel like they communicate really well. We haven't seen them enter a conflict together, so I guess there's no demonstration of being able to overcome a conflict together, but they're so cute and obsessed with each other.
Yeah. I think so I put no at first and then I switched to yes. I think the reason for that was there was one key conversation in Mexico where they did talk about kids and they were both on the same page with respect to having kids and that neither of them wanted kids.
Mm.
Because Jessica is 38 and Chris is 32. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Let me check my notes. Yes. Chris, 32, software sales. Ah, I love my little notebook. Anyway, so yeah, I think from that, I was like, oh, are they going to have a kids discussion? Like, are they on the same page with respect to kids? Because we didn't really see that in the pods. But then they had that conversation. And I was like, oh, they're on the same page. Okay, great. Yes. Because I think that would be their fatal flaw.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just don't know. Like, I think it's very clear what Bree and Connor's fatal flaw will be. It's very clear what Devontae and Brittany, is that her name?
Yeah,
Their fatal
Brittany.
flaw will be, and Alex and, oh gosh, what's Barbie's
Oh,
name?
Ashley. Ashley
Ashley.
and Alex. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
what
talk about
their flaw
them.
will be. Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm curious as to your thoughts because I was thinking that Ashley and Alex, I went back and forth with them for so long. I went from no to yes to no again. Um, I was thinking that they are two red flags that might work out because they're pretty toxic, but they're toxic in compatible ways. So I was like, maybe they will say yes to each other.
In what way do you think Ashley is toxic?
Um, that she accepts Alex's toxicity.
Oh. I mean, it's pretty early on. Like, I don't think I saw a sign of his toxicity before the reveal. Um, but
Really?
I
I
don't
felt
think
like
so.
I felt like he was so like I was uncomfortable listening to their conversations about like they talked about sex a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, but you don't know how many other couples they talk about, though. I feel like Netflix is trying to push them as, like, the sexual couple, and so they're, like, showing all of those sex talks, but I'm sure all the couples talk about sex in the pods, right? That's such an important part of a marriage. They must. They must, and they just
I
must not air it.
guess. I mean, I guess, but like would everyone talk about it in such a I've actually never said this word out loud, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Like what is it? Lascivious? You know what I mean? How do you say that word?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
But you know what I mean, right?
Um,
Like they talk about it so like I just want to like put my hands all over you. And like I don't
yeah,
think everyone talks about sex like that
that's
in that
fair.
way.
That is fair, but I think what I liked about him was that A, I thought the anecdote of him being injured and all of his teammates running off and playing soccer without him before his announcement thing, that like really hit like a really tender spot in my heart, and how he and her really connected over books. Like I really liked that, and like I thought he I mean, he's clearly, like, a good soccer player. I don't know if what he's saying is true, obviously, but if what he's
Mm.
saying is true, he must be a very good soccer player, and I think considering how good of a soccer player he is based on the facts that he laid out, he seemed humble in the pods about his successes in soccer.
I think it was a little bit of a humble brag, to be honest,
It
because
might have been.
I think the way that he talked about his teammate getting, what is it, like overall 10 draft pick, and then he was like, I was supposed like oh no 14 or 15 and then he was like I was supposed to be at max top 10 draft pick and like I just think it was a little bit
But he
arrogant
didn't
of
say it
him.
like that. He was like,
He did say it
"No,
like
he did not.
that.
No, he did not." He was like, "I mean, call it, like, overconfident or whatever, but I should have been top 5, and because of my injury, like, my teammate got 13th, 14th, everybody was so happy for him, and then they all ran off, and then I got picked, like, in the 20s or 30s or something." Like, it wasn't the
Mm.
point of what he was saying was not that he was really good. It was that, like, the moral of his story was that I realized who my real friends were.
That's true. Okay, that's fair. I just feel like I hated him so much that I was willing to be like, yeah, of course he's humble bragging about like his draft pick and like, oh, if I weren't injured. Also, this was my 4th injury. It's like, bro. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
if I were good at soccer, I too would be #1 draft pick. That's like you could say anything in that moment, you know? I think that's why I felt like he was a little bit too much.
Yeah. To be clear, I hate him.
Okay,
But
great.
I don't think that was when I hated him. I really hated him once they got to Cabo and she's like, I'm like feeling a little anxious. And he's like, there's nothing to feel anxious about. I'm extremely confident. And she's like,
Yeah.
what do I do with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
so annoying. Hate him.
Yeah. Let's see how they turn out. So the reason that I said that they were toxic in similar ways is that I do feel like they play hardcore into their gender roles, which
Mm,
always irritates me, but like I know that there are couples out there that
yeah,
works for them, and you know, if that works for them, great. So
sure.
that's why I was like, if Ashley like really wants to play into this gender role of like being a soccer mom, and Alex plays into this gender role of like being a soccer dad, and that works for them, then it works.
Sure.
But then there was that whole conversation later about Alex being like, "Oh, actually like Brittany's my type with like dark features and like thick and blah blah blah." So I was like, "Whoa, where's this coming from?"
That was so odd. Also, it's like, didn't stop you from banging Ashley the second you guys got to Cabo.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, how are you gonna say, "Oh, she's actually not my type"? Also, we've been fucking. Like, what?
So odd. So odd. Side note. All relationships and everything aside, it was really nice to see a curvy dark woman be desired over a skinny blonde woman.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. We should highlight that more.
Yeah, because I thought that was very refreshing. Obviously fucked up in the current situation, but like
Right,
a
right.
refreshing change from society norm.
Right, yeah, love that. I think it's, what is it, like, era of the butt? I don't know. I feel like people are all like, really obsessed about curves, thanks to Cardi
Mm.
B and Megan Thee
You
Stallion.
know, I felt like that in the 2010s, but I feel like
Oh, we're going back to
yeah.
because of the, like, GLP-1.
Yeah.
What is it called again? Wegovy,
Yeah,
um,
Wegovy, Ozempic,
Ozempic.
they're
There
all
we go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, okay, so that was Ashley and Alex. We talked about their fatal flaw. Who haven't we talked about? Oh, Jordan and Amber.
Oh, I
Amber with the
really like
7-year-old.
them. I think
Yeah?
they're so cute. I love how awkward Amber is. Like when I thought it was very endearing. Like her awkwardness I find very endearing. Like when they had the reveal, she like literally shut down, and at first I was like, does she hate him? But then I was like, oh no, she's just really awkward and
She
doesn't know how to
is.
act.
She
So I
is.
like that. I also really like him and thought his whole CPAP bit was really funny.
They were not coy at all with saying that that's like
The
so many
CPAP
times.
stays on.
I was like, whoa. Yeah,
How
love
does
that
that
for
work
them.
mechanically? Okay, whatever.
I think the guy just stays in one place,
Okay.
and then you
Can't be
can.
rolling around with that thing on.
I think it's a whole lady on top situation.
I see. I see.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Jordan and Amber. So I actually said no.
Oh yeah, I do say no. I like them, but I think
What?
they're not gonna make it. I mean,
What
I
a
like
turnaround.
them. No, wait. Yeah, I wasn't talking about whether I think they'll make it, but
Oh,
yeah, I don't think they'll make it based on the preview we saw, and I don't think that's easy to like edit weirdly. I thought some of the things that they showed in the edit, it was like, okay, that could be like very situational, but with them, what they showed was like her not wanting to get out of bed and him, like, taking his mic off and being like, "I'm done with this shit."
Yeah.
So, I feel like, yeah, maybe she can't communicate when she's in a bad place and he gets fed up with it. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Like, I think in a different world where maybe they didn't have to go back to the real world and Amber didn't have a kid, maybe it could work based on their dynamic. But I just put no and I didn't go back and forth on that one at all
Mm.
because I feel like having a kid is such a big part of your life that, like you have to be willing to go into that with a
Yeah.
certain mindset. And the fact that Jordan said that having a kid was his deal breaker.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so he was like, he had some interview in the pods where he was like, "Oh, I was in this interview with the producers and the producers asked me what my deal breakers would be and I said having a kid would be a deal breaker. And now here I am talking to Amber and we're
Oh,
having this conversation and she has a 7-year-old kid, so like I don't know how that's going to be, but I love her and like we're going to see how this would happen." So that's why I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty big disconnect." Where it's
yeah.
easy to ignore that when you're in the pods and you don't have the kid around to kind of like compete for attention, but when it comes to the real world, that's a pretty big thing.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's tough. Also, just realized that Jordan was also the man of the couple where a kid was an issue in the last
Oh,
season, even though it was his kid last season.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Jordan with the kids. Okay, so that's pretty clear what their core conflict is going to be. So, Jordan and
Yeah.
Amber, a no. Okay, last couple, Emma and Mike. Yes or no?
I think the kids is also gonna be an issue with them. I just don't know why they got engaged with that question mark. I don't think that can be a question mark.
Yeah. I also think I didn't really appreciate how many people were putting pressure on Emma to have kids. I was like,
I mean, Ohio, like
yeah,
Midwestern family, all these men wanna be a dad.
so weird though. I was like, she said it pretty clearly this whole time. Like, why do you keep putting this pressure and being like, oh, maybe I can change her mind?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, like, super fault the men because I think, Steven, that guy that was so horrible,
Oh my God,
he
red
was
flag.
pressuring her, but I thought the other men were kind of like, "I could see you being a good mom," and, like, "I do want kids," so I didn't interpret that as pressure. I think she felt pressured to say that it was a question mark, but I thought Mike did a pretty good job of not putting pressure on her, and I don't think she should've like, when she said, "I could see myself, having a family with you, but, like, it's still a question mark to me." I just
Mm,
don't think that's actually true in her heart. I don't think it's a
I
question mark
agree.
for her, and, like, I don't think she should have said that, and I don't think he should have said that he's okay with potentially not having kids.
That's true. I think the framing around these conversations is very much like, "Oh, like maybe I could change my mind." And then it's like, if you don't actually think you can change your mind, then
Yeah.
don't say it like that. Just be very clear about
Ugh.
where you are. Um,
Yeah.
I do think Emma is very young still. So she's the only person who's under 30.
Wow, she's the only one?
Or
Wow.
only women under 30. And I think Mike is let me check my notes. Mike is oh, so Emma is 27 and Mike is 29. So they're the
Oh,
youngest
they're
couple.
both pretty
They're
young.
they're
Okay.
both under 30. Everyone else is in their early to late 30s.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say in my last relationship, I know I shared a little bit about it on the last episode. But one of the big issues that we had was also that we couldn't agree on kids. And I think we both went into the relationship when we were like, I guess I was like 22, 23. Um, being like, "Oh, it doesn't really matter right now. It's like a question mark." And then, by the time I was 27, it was like 3 or 4 years later, and I was like, "Okay, actually, the more we talk about it, the more I realize I do want kids, and the more you realize you don't want kids." And so, I think it's like it's not something I mean, maybe there are couples where one person does change their mind, but it just from my experience, it's like the more you talk about it, the wider the gap gets. And so
Mm,
I'm curious what will happen with Emma and Mike.
yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of people in their early 20s have a similar conversation. So I feel like it's no fault on you to be like, "Oh, well, like it's so early and like
I
is
would
it
not have gotten
okay?"
engaged with that
Yeah,
question mark.
and you didn't. There's
Yeah,
that.
correct.
Yeah, but I do feel like Emma and Mike are, because they're in their late 20s, they also kind of feel like, "Oh, we don't really have to decide now," but also they kind of should because they're
Also,
engaged.
I mean, 27, 29, that's like pretty old in Ohio age to be getting married, I feel like.
Yeah.
Ohio yappers, please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm making so many assumptions.
Well, what I did appreciate about this season is that everyone was basically, with the exception of Emma and Mike, everyone was basically over 30, which I really
Yeah,
appreciated because I feel like that is kind of the age in which you start thinking more long term. And I don't think that was the case.
that's on the coasts, that's the age. But I feel like in the Midwest and the South, it's still very much like 20s is when you settle down.
Right,
Early
which is
20s.
like even more the case that people in their 30s in Ohio would be thinking,
Yeah,
like, would be way more mature, right? So I
yeah,
kind of appreciated that everyone is in their 30s in this
yeah.
season. Because I think, like you said, if people are thinking about it more in their 20s, then it would be pretty easy to stack this cast with hot mid 20-year-olds, but they didn't do that.
Yeah. I'm really glad they didn't do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, and so that's what I appreciated, and I feel like that wasn't the case for previous seasons. I feel like previous seasons there was a lot more 20-year-olds, which is maybe why they said no.
Never forget Jessica and Mark. When I'm 40, you'll be 30. And when I'm 60, you'll be 50.
Yes, correct. Oh
And he
man,
was 25 in that season.
and she was 35.
Correct.
Wild. Um, what were you talking about?
Oh, we were talking about Mike and Emma.
And then Mike. Okay, all right. So you say that they're a no ultimately.
Mhm.
Okay, I went back and forth on them. So I went from no to yes, but it's a very tentative yes. Like I am not
I
sure.
really like them. I really, really like them. I just don't think they're going to be able to reconcile. And maybe I'm biased because of my own experience in this issue.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a pretty big point to not be aligned on long term. I do think that the way they talk about it though, I don't think they're going to come to terms with it until a little bit later down the line. So maybe they'll say yes to each other at the altar, but if things don't pan out, I can kind of see them getting divorced, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they both have very loving families, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I loved her mom's Christmas card story.
Wait, okay, question on that. How how do they get people to bring things like their mom's Christmas cards to the pods? Like,
I think they bring it ahead of time.
but they're like, bring bring one thing that like you would want someone to know. Like what?
Well, I don't think they make them, but I think they can like bring whatever they want. And then if they end up sharing whatever they have, because like, they can like give presents to people, they can give people on the other side like anything. So I think a lot of people come in because this is not the only thing we've seen of this type, right? I think we've
Right.
seen other like family photos and stuff or something. And so I think a lot of people enter being like, I would love to share this with my person if I find them. And I hope I find them and feel comfortable sharing it with them. And so they like bring it with them.
I guess that's the question is like, what is the prompt that they are asking people to like bring this kind of stuff? Like, what is
I don't know if
the,
there is a prompt or if it's
it's
just like
just
fill
like,
your suitcase.
fill
you'll
your
need
suitcase with
clothes. You can
Christmas
also
letters.
just bring whatever you want. You get like 2 suitcases.
And then she's like, so one suitcase is dresses and the other suitcase is Christmas letters. That's what you think she chose.
Maybe there's no limits on what they can bring.
Because I wonder if it's something like bring something that you would like to share to your future partner that would evoke like something about family history or like how love was shown in your family, something like that. Because it's always like, oh, this is a letter that my grandpa wrote to my grandma or something like
Oh,
that,
right,
right?
yeah. I just think there's not enough examples of it to make me think that the show is telling them to bring these things. I think it's just
Mm,
people think of it themselves randomly and decide to bring it.
that is wild. What would you bring?
Well, I guess I shouldn't bring anything with pictures. Um,
See, this is what I mean. It's so
yeah.
difficult to think about like what
Maybe
you would
it's just
actually
like,
bring.
yeah, I don't think I would bring anything to like just give someone. I thought the watch thing was really cute because watches meant so much to Kia.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, to be fair, you get it back. It's not like you're giving it to
right,
them
right, right.
forever. Okay.
Yeah. But like I don't know if there's anything in my family or like that belongs to me that like a physical thing that would mean so much to share with someone. I don't know. I don't think I have anything like that. How
I'm
about you?
thinking too. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe like my my Leo essay.
aw, that would be cute. Yeah, that's something that you can bring.
Yeah. My Yappers, my Leo was my childhood dog. And in college, Ruchi and I took a class together where what was the prompt for this essay? It was like an informatics class, but we wrote
The
random
prompt was,
essays.
if you were to bring something to the Love is Blind pods,
No.
what?
Okay, yeah, I don't remember. It was like it was supposed to be a technical class, but like this professor just let us write really fun essays.
I think it was literally that. I think it was like, write a fun essay about
Yeah,
anything you want.
yeah, maybe. Anyway, I wrote about my dog. His name was Leo.
Yeah. I think I would, oh my God, I really don't know what I would bring. Maybe like, because it would have to be something, like you said, no pictures, and it would have to be something kind of like family related that would also kind of showcase, like like what your family is like
Right.
values, family values. An artifact depicting family values that is written in English. I think that would be the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, it
Because
does not give any indication of what you look like.
yeah, well, okay, based on our names alone, I assume also Priyanka dealt with this. You can tell that
Fair,
we are South
fair.
Asian. So there's no secrets there. But I think also a lot of like the letters that like my family members wrote to each other were all in Marathi. So it's not like,
Mm,
and I don't even know Marathi either. So it's not like I would be able to give an accurate translation.
translate,
So like,
yeah.
yeah, like they would like open a postcard and see writing on it in Marathi and be like, what is this? And then I would be like,
Appreciate it.
yeah. And then I would be like, those are directions to the train station.
This is my grandmother's Shrikand recipe.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I think that's also why I'm so like, whoa, that's such a good thing to bring. And I
Mhm.
feel like I have nothing of that caliber to bring.
Yeah.
Good thing we're not going on Love is Blind anytime soon.
Yep.
Unless, would you go on Love is Blind?
I've thought a lot about this. I do think the Love is Blind situation in which you can't see someone as you get to know them would be really good for me because I think I place a lot of importance on emotional. I guess everyone does, but like I think I sometimes am held back by like physical appearance, whether it's my own or the other person's. So I do think, and I consider myself like kind of demisexual, which is that I need to have an emotional connection with someone before I feel super physically attracted to them. Um and so I think like Love is Blind would be a good circumstance for me to find love. But I don't wanna be on national television. Just
Mm.
the thought of my, like, friends and family and, like, coworkers seeing me fall in love on TV is so cringe to me.
Yeah. How would you make a Love is Blind for people who don't want to be on TV?
I've also thought about this. I think you would have to like rent a warehouse and have different entrances for men and women, or like, yeah, I guess for hetero couples it would be from different entrances for men and women, and like require them to come on on like a regular schedule, and yeah, like do iterations of it, kind of like a TV show, but like not not on TV. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Every Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. come here.
Yeah.
But then you would have to like do it for months at a time, you know what I mean?
Uh
There would be
Maybe
so
it could
much
be like 2 or
coordination.
3 times a week,
Hmm.
or like
I
5 weekends in a row.
Yeah, I like that idea. 5 weekends in a row. Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, like dating
Whoa.
boot camp. Wait, I
Should we
kind of want
do
to do
it?
this. I honestly think that this kind of like a format would work really well, especially in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I think it
You,
could. Okay, the only issue is that I do feel like the Bay Area is small enough that like there aren't that many Shallinis, and like I think there's a chance that like someone would know a friend of friend, and like if they're allowed to like go into the real world in the middle of it, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm like dating this person named Shalini, and someone would be like, oh, did she go to Caltech, does she work in sustainability, and then like it would easily enough be traced back to me. I think there's a chance of that.
that's fair. Like if you come in every weekend, you would definitely be able to like find a person that you were talking to and look them up on social media and then see what they look like.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it has to be some kind of honor code though. It's like, yeah, you can do this if you want to, but is this really what you want? Like, is this
Right.
really why you're here?
Right, right.
Hmm.
Or we could make it literally a week-long boot camp where like people have to take a week off from work if they're really committed to do this.
Like a 7 day, like a 10-day silent retreat, except 7 days, and you're also dating.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
it
that
could
might
work.
work.
I think
That
it
could
could
work.
work.
People are definitely falling in Love is Blind within 5 days.
Yeah, but it is because they're literally talking so much,
Yeah, yeah.
like the
So it would
entire
have to be like
time.
that circumstance.
Okay, honestly, I'm low-key down for this. Yappers, if you want us to do a Love is Blind experiment that we don't actually produce and put on national television, let us know.
I'm surprised this hasn't come into existence in the 6 years that the show has been around.
Yeah, I feel like I'm also surprised because I don't know how. I feel like money is a big thing. And so if you're trying to get money from people to participate in this experiment, like you have to do like resourcing versus like money and people resourcing
Yeah.
and like staffing. It is a financial endeavor to be sure.
Yes. True. True. It could.
Okay.
I hope a billionaire someday makes this as a philanthropy for single people. Just does all of the funding.
You know what? Okay. So yappers, we have this thing called Letter Loop in our friend group. Letter Loop, please sponsor us. um So with Letter Loop, it's kind of like a newsletter with your friends. So you can ask each other questions, and then every week you answer the questions, or every month
Every
you
month.
answer the questions. And so we had a question in Letter Loop. What is it, like 2 months ago? That was like, if you were a billionaire, what would your first fun purchase be? And I think I would do this. I think I would do a Love Is Blind
Yeah.
7 day thing.
So fun. So fun.
I would make it happen. If I were a billionaire, I could do that for sure.
Yeah. Throw us single people a bone.
Yeah. Um okay, so actually speaking of Letter Loop, I have some questions for you.
Whoa.
There are some questions that I pulled from people who asked each other. They literally asked each other these questions on the pod. And so I wanted to
On the pod?
have a discussion. Yeah, on the pod, in the pods. In
Oh,
the
in the
pods.
pods. Got it. I was like,
Yes.
on this pod?
Yeah. Well, okay. Question 1. If you were a magazine, what would you be?
Whoa. Like, what? How do I answer? I guess it's open to interpretation. I'm thinking, like, would I be a sports magazine? Would I be a, like, scientific or sustainability magazine? Would I be, like, a motivational kind of, like, personality magazine?
I think this is the crux of the question.
Wow.
Deep, isn't
Hmm.
it?
It is. It
Oh, you
is.
thought they were just asking stupid questions to each other? Like, do you want to have kids? No, they're asking each other, what magazine do you want to be? And it's deeper than you think, Shalini.
Wow. Okay.
I would be highlights, personally.
Oh, an existing magazine. I was like trying to design my own Shalini magazine.
Whoa.
Oh, I see. Okay, which magazine? I don't even know that many magazines. I would definitely not be a cosmetics like beauty magazine because I know zero about makeup.
Like a
maybe like
National Geographic.
yeah, I think National Geographic maybe. Yeah. And that's yeah.
Okay, this is a super side note, but have you ever noticed, so I was in Asia for 2 weeks, yappers, and I noticed that a lot of people had like National Geographic branded clothing and backpacks and stuff, and I was very confused by this because this is not a thing that we have in the States, but apparently in Asia it's like a big thing to have National Geographic branded merchandise.
Really?
Yeah, it was so odd.
Interesting.
I was confused. Anyway, so maybe
Yeah,
you
I'll
could
go with
also have
National
swag.
Geographic.
Okay, and you can also have swag and like jackets and
Great.
stuff.
Excellent. I love clothes.
Okay, great. Next question. Do you still follow your exes on social media?
Oh, yes, I do. I do. Actually, my first ex no longer has social media, but we were Facebook friends until he deactivated. And then my most recent ex also does not have Facebook anymore, but we're still like messenger contacts, and I think he still has Instagram. Neither of them are big social media people.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yes,
I
how
think
about you?
technically I'm still connected with some of them on social media. Like there is one person who we're just like friends with. Like we all went to college together, and like technically he's an ex, but we dated for like a hot second, so I don't like really consider him an ex. Although I think I still technically follow them. But I think to your point, they're not really active on social media
Yeah.
either. So anyway, next question.
Anyway.
Is there anything your kid would do to make yourself distant from them?
Oh. I guess I'm envisioning like as a teenager because I think as a small kid I cannot distance myself from my child for their own sake. Well, okay. Well, for sure like killing someone, I think I would probably feel distant from my kid. I think
Like any type?
well, okay, if it's an accident, maybe not.
Okay.
But if it's intentional in any way, like yeah, I would be like, who are you? Also, like, yeah, basically any major crime that they commit, I think I would internally feel like, do I even know this person? And make myself feel distant. Not that I would distance myself, but I would feel distant.
Like you would have to go on some soul searching.
Yeah. Yeah. Be like, where did I go wrong? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am so nosy and micromanagey as a person that I think anything that a child of mine would do that I would be like, huh? I think I would be like, but why do you feel this way? Why did you do this? Help me understand. So I don't think I would feel that distant from them. At the same time, I recently watched Echo Valley.
Oh, yeah.
And like that was pretty wild to me. Do you want to give a summary of Echo Valley?
Sure. Yappers, Echo Valley is a movie that we actually covered on this podcast. It was me and my sister, and it's about this mother and daughter. The mother is Julianne Moore, daughter is Sydney Sweeney, and Sydney Sweeney is struggling with addiction, and is dating this guy who they're kind of like codependent and addicts together, and then she comes home and is like, "Mom, I accidentally killed my boyfriend." And then the mom is like, "What the fuck?" But then she like snaps into problem solving mode. Anyway, so that's the premise of the movie. So yeah, if my child came home and was like, "I killed my boyfriend," I'd be like,
But you would snap into problem solving mode, I
I
feel.
think I would. Yeah. But yeah, so like I wouldn't, like I said, I would not distance myself, but I would feel distant from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if a child of mine had done something very extreme and then either like didn't tell me or like lied to me about it or something, I think I would feel a little bit distant because I think I would
Yeah.
start questioning our relationship. I'm like,
Yeah.
was I not a good mother? Like, did I not like provide as much as I could? Was I not as available? Like, I would start questioning all of those things. And I think in the questioning, I think it would be kind of like soul searching where it would probably result in some distance. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. Do you feel like you could have strong feelings for more than one person?
Such a good question. I think about this every time I watch a season of Love is Blind. I never thought the answer could be yes, but I feel like I could totally see myself in that situation in Love is Blind. There's just been so many examples of it where people are like, "I never thought I would be in love with two people at once, but I am, and it's so crazy." And so I
Yeah.
think I would probably feel like them. Like, so I do think it's possible.
Yeah. But do you
How
think
about
it's
you?
sustainable?
Oh, I don't think it's ever sustainable.
I don't think that's true. I think it's sustainable for some people, like
Oh,
people who
well,
are in
okay. For
poly.
polyamorous people, I think it's very sustainable. For myself, I don't think it would be sustainable.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think there are definitely, man, strong feelings is such a key word, though. I feel like it is possible to have strong feelings, but I think it kind of like consolidates or collapses down to one person within weeks
Yeah. For monogamous people, I guess I should say.
for
Yeah.
me as a monogamous person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Transition point to a couple that we haven't talked about yet. Kevin, Tyler, and Kia.
Oh, that triangle, that messy, messy triangle.
From the beginning, when Kevin kept talking to Tyler and Kia and was kind of caught between two people, I was like, I don't wish this love for anyone. Like,
May
I
this
think
love never find me.
exactly. Oh my God. When he was talking about how great they were in each of the conversations, he was like, "Oh, you're such an amazing person. You're like this and this and this." I got tired of hearing it. And like you could
Yeah.
see it in Tyler and Kia's eyes too, that they were so over it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good for them that Kia was like, "I'm gonna stop you there. I'm not feeling it."
I'm obsessed with Kia. Okay, I will say I did like Kevin. I just think he like did not know how to own his shit. Because I think what he
Yes.
should have said to Tyler is that, look, I have not made a decision yet, and like you pressuring me isn't helping me. So if you want me to make a decision, you're gonna have to be patient. But like, I, at this point, I really like both of you. And, this isn't the first time this has happened in this experiment. So like, why are you being so mean to me? But what he said was like, yeah, I just think you're so amazing. And yeah, let's move forward. I'll be your boyfriend. I was like,
Yeah.
dude. own your shit. Like, what
I
are you doing?
know.
He's such a people pleaser, and he ended up losing both of
Exactly.
them. Oh, there's a great Taylor Swift lyric is chase two girls, lose the one. Yeah, I
Ugh,
feel like just lost both of them.
Kevin.
Tyler was chaotic.
Like this
Like,
leaving, coming back, leaving again.
oop, redo. I was like, oh my God. And Priyanka was like, not the redo.
Oh, Tyler. I mean, I think in the moment, how do I say this? I feel like, how do I say this? I was like, illogical boys make crazy women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think she is a very reasonable person. Tyler, I think you're great. You're amazing. You're truly the most wonderful woman that has ever graced this earth. And you're so confident, and I love you for that. But, like, if you put her in that situation, if you put anyone in that situation, I think it's just like, bro, like,
Well,
make
I
up
mean,
your mind.
She and Kia reacted so differently to that same situation. And so I think like Kia reacted being like, I need to step away from the noise and just focus on how I feel in this relationship and like not worry about other people. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And like she was so level-headed about it and trying to cut out the noise, not to think about Tyler, and just like focusing on herself. And Tyler was like, I can't with this dating two people at once, like blah, blah, blah. So I don't think it's like Tyler's totally faultless because we've seen an example of that not happening.
So I think this was actually a little bit strategic on Kia's part. So I think what happened in the pods, and of course we don't know this because of editing and blah blah blah, but I think what happened in the pods is that Kevin, based on their conversations, I think Kevin let on that Tyler was his number one. And so, but he did have this strong connection with Kia. And because Tyler was like, you're my number one, I'm your number one, why are you still talking to Kia? She got a little crazy. And Kia
Mm,
was like, I know Tyler's your number one, but take your time, Kevin. Really think about it. I think that's why there were two different responses.
interesting. Okay, I could totally see that happening. You're right. I think it was interesting that it led him to, I mean, I guess it didn't really lead him to choose Kia in this situation. It was just like process of elimination. But because Zach was presented with a very similar situation in choosing between Bliss and Arena. And I feel like Bliss was kind of the Kia in that, and Arena was the Tyler, and like,
Mm.
being like, choose me, pick me, choose me, love me. And Bliss was kind of like, I'm gonna do me, and if you like me, then it'll happen. Um, and so, yeah, I guess I don't really know what my point was, but it produced very different results in the two situations.
But I don't think Zach was very people pleasy. Like I think Zach was kind of like open and honest about what he was going through. By the way,
Yeah.
Zach and Bliss are expecting a second kid. Good for them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
So yeah, I think like the way that they approached the situations was Kevin kept like complimenting people about how like good they were, about I don't know, how amazing women they were. And then Zach was very much like, I'm caught between two women and I must
Yeah,
choose. And then, yeah, so I think maybe that's why there are two situations. Anyway, I'm
that's
glad
fair.
Kevin didn't end up with people, and I love that Kia was being very honest.
Yeah, I loved Kia. I also love that she was like, I chose me, bitches! When she came
Yeah,
back into the women's quarters. That was awesome.
yeah. And they just started ripping shots.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Amazing.
Speaking of ripping shots, one moment that I really laughed at was when Bree, when everyone has like met each other for the first time, Bree was like, "Oh, I felt like it was so superficial. Like there were things that I told all these people that I've told no one else, and like there was no acknowledgement of that. And we're just
Yeah.
ripping shots."
I know, that was so funny. Okay, I do think she like extremely hyperfixated on that and she shouldn't have, but I see her point. that, like, yeah, we've just been through this crazy time together. Can we just, like, take a moment? Can we hold space for the experience we just went through? No one is holding space for defying gravity.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I see her point. I was like, that would make me frustrated too, is like,
Yeah.
if you've had so many life-altering conversations or, like, deep relationships with these people, and then there's no acknowledgement of that, you're like,
Yeah.
"Was it all a lie?"
Huh?
Like
Right. At the same time, I do think it's a show of respect to your fiancé that you're
Mm.
not, like, super just, like, digging into the deep conversations you had with a different person. So I do think there's an element of, like, for example, Chris not really wanting to get deep with Bree after they've met because what does that say to Jessica? You know, like, he wants to be respectful of his fiancée, and so that's why he's keeping things surface level with Bree.
Mm, that's fair. I do think there was more one-on-one conversations at this first time meeting each other luau, in previous seasons, though. Maybe if not all of the previous seasons, there was at least
Mhm.
one-on-one conversation.
Yeah.
Hmm, who
So, what
knows?
was Bree's point?
Yeah, truly. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let me see if there's anything else to talk about. I think the one thing that we'll see in the next couple episodes that I feel like will be a little bit different from previous seasons is the whole city location thing.
Mhm.
So,
Where's Mount Vernon?
wait, who's from Mount Vernon?
Amber.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe
Mount
that's why
Vernon,
they break up.
Ohio. Oh, yeah, because she lives in the middle of nowhere.
Time to get heavily acquainted with the geography of Ohio.
Ohio?
Okay,
Okay, it is not near a major freeway, and it's, like, halfway between Cincinnati and Cleveland.
what about Columbus?
Oh, it's kind of close to Columbus, because Columbus is kind of in between Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Okay, let's just do a brief recap of the cities. All right, so Cincinnati is basically the furthest southwest corner of Ohio that there could possibly be. Like, it is on the border
Mhm,
of Indiana and what, Kentucky?
mhm.
It is like right there. That's where Cincinnati is. Then you've got Columbus, which is basically central Ohio, like the most central Ohio that there can be. Then Mount Vernon is a little bit northeast of Columbus, probably an hour's drive. And then we've got Cleveland, which is basically almost like the northeastiest corner of Ohio.
Yeah.
So from let me see, from Cleveland to Cincinnati, it is a
Uh,
3.5 hour drive.
okay. Oh, actually, that's smaller than, I have California bias.
That
Um,
yeah, it's also smaller than I thought too. I was like, it's gonna be like 10 hours.
some states be small.
Yeah. So basically the southwestiest to the northeastiest city is 3.5 hours. So we'll see how that plays a role in the upcoming episodes. Oh yeah, one other thing that I wanted to add is Nick Lachey is from Ohio, and I was like, that checks out.
Amazing.
He is from wait, he was born in Kentucky. Wait, what? I thought he was from Ohio. Oh, he attended Clover Nook Elementary School in the Cincinnati suburb of North College Hill, Ohio. And then he attended Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. So going back to our Ohio geography, where is Oxford, Ohio? And where is Cincinnati, Ohio?
Okay, Cincinnati was southwest.
Yes. And I'm looking up Oxford. Oh, okay. They are an hour from
Oh,
each
they're
other.
okay. Yeah, and they're both, like, more in the Cincinnati area.
Okay, and Oxford is basically the east corner of Ohio.
Mm, very close to Indiana.
very close to Indiana. Okay, that makes sense. Wow,
All
I know
right.
so much about Ohio now. And Yappers, you do too.
Do I want to know this much about Ohio? No.
You know what? We've got to learn something from Love is Blind. And if that something is the geography of Ohio, that's not the worst thing. Is it the most useful? Jury's out. Never say no to knowledge. Okay, actually 2 more things. I always wonder how they do the pods are now open simultaneously in both the guys' room and the girls' room. Do they
Oh, yeah, because both of them are there.
Yeah, do they just say it and they're like, just kidding, pause while we go record in the other people's
Probably.
rooms? God damn it. Classic Nick and Vanessa. Hey, Nick, another Ohio boy who loves women with dark features. There you go. Maybe it's an Ohio thing.
Ohio people of Ohio, please tell us if this is true.
And then the other thing that I noticed is when Victor and Christine, I think, are doing their reveal, they play the Jet 2 holiday song. They're like,
oh my God, yeah.
I was like, what?
I didn't know. I never knew that was the same song as like the because the beginning part is like the
Yeah.
I did not know that was the same song as So Darling on my hand.
Nothing
I had no
beats
idea.
a Jet 2 holiday.
Jet 2 holiday. And now, wait, I forgot what it was. 50 pounds per person.
For a family of 4. Oh, yeah. That song is forever ruined. Maybe they played that because they were going on their own Jet 2 holiday to Malibu.
Yeah. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday when you're alone. They didn't even send a camera crew.
I know. It was all just selfie videos. I was like, damn. But they couldn't send the camera crew. That's why they shipped them off to the middle of nowhere anyway.
Oh, right. That was part of the budget issue. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. That's all I had. OH.
Nice. OH. I will say, I think overall this season is a lot more interesting than the last season.
Wait, no, I said OH like OHIO.
Wait. Okay. Wait, what was your point of what you were saying? Wait. I thought you were saying you're done talking about Love is Blind.
No, I was trying to do a call and response. And then you were like, there we go. God damn it.
Because OH is also the acronym for Ohio, so I thought it was like a closed book.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like
that's
CA. LIF.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, what I was saying was, I think this season of Love is Blind is more interesting than the last 2 seasons.
I think so too. I had very low expectations for this season, to be honest, but I think they're coming back to what they used to stand for a little bit. It feels more like an older season.
Yeah.
OH.
IO.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Got it that time. All right, should we do BI?
NGEINPROGRESS. Wait, what about ratings?
Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. RA.
TINGS.
Okay, I should give you more than just the first 2 letters, I feel. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Quality, I'll give it a 2 out of 5 because I just,
It's a reality show. We get it.
It is what it is. Yeah. Thank you. Enjoyment, I got a 4 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would give enjoyment maybe like a 3 out of 5. And I will say, I came in ready to give this show a 1 or 2 out of 5. So this is me acknowledging the +1. And then quality, I would say, I'm like caught between a 2 and a 3. I'll give it a 2.
Wow, the same quality you gave Heated Rivalry. You were considering giving this a higher quality rating than Heated Rivalry.
I will say there weren't that many mistakes logistically. Tell me if I'm wrong. The production quality, which I believe is what we are using quality to stand for, I do think is quite high for Love is Blind.
Fair.
So maybe I'll give it a 3.
Okay, what did you give enjoyment? A 3?
A 3, yeah.
3. Okay, so we're both 6 out of 10. All right, that seems about right.
That seems right.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Great.
VIP.
Binge in progress. Do you want to go first this time?
Oh, okay, sure. Did I talk about Singles Inferno already? I think I did, but there's been an update.
Oh.
Singles Inferno did their very first reunion. So normally what happens at the end of the show, like they kind of choose each other and then move on with their day. And then it's up to you to scour Korean newsletter sites to figure out if they're still together. So this time around, they actually did a reunion special that was released on Valentine's Day yesterday. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know if that really counts as my binge in progress. Maybe it's more my binge in pending.
Mm.
Same acronym.
Okay.
Different vibes.
Nice.
Yeah.
BIP.
What about you?
Very nice. I have been binge watching the Olympics for the last week. A lot of Olympics. My favorite events, I think, are snowboard cross and slopestyle skiing.
Can you please give me an update on the ice dancing drama? Because I asked Alika and she did not DM me.
Oh, she didn't tell you who?
No. Wait, give the full context.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold me accountable if I mess any of this up. So there was a Canadian team. Also, I don't know any of their names. Should I look this up?
Yeah, it's like Guillaume. Wait, just like open the Signal chat. Like, read
Oh,
from
yeah. Okay.
There's a new Netflix docu-series that covers it.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe we should watch that next. Okay, I'll look up the Netflix docu-series name and then you can do the context of the story with Guillaume and Cizeron.
Okay. Trigger warning, discussion about rape. So please fast forward if you're uncomfortable with that. Okay, so Gabriela Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron won Ice Dance Gold in Beijing in 2022. So Gabriela and Guillaume. Then Lawrence Fournier Beaudry and Nikolai Sorensen competed for Canada. They weren't that good in Beijing. I think they got like 9th or something. In 2024, Gabriella and Guillaume break up professionally. They were never a romantic couple. But even so, they had danced together for like 12 years, but they stopped dancing together. She accuses him of being super controlling and demanding. And Guillaume says that it was a smear campaign and none of it is true. So they break up. Then Lawrence and Nikolai Sorensen, they're forced to stop competing in 2024-2025 because Nikolai Sorensen gets a 6-year ban because of an alleged rape in 2012 while the investigation is in progress. So he is banned for 6 years. But they were a romantic couple and they continued dating during this investigation.
Wild.
But so wild. And so she has no one to compete with because he is banned. So then Guillaume asks her if she wants to compete with him for the 2026 Olympics. And so I think then France very suspiciously expedited Lawrence Beaudry's French citizenship so that they could compete together for France. So now they're competing together. I know. And so, do you want to know what happened?
Wait, but they're going up against this US couple who's like a very wholesome romantic couple.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, then that's like the kind of backstory of the salacious drama. Then now they're in the ice dancing competition at the Milano Cortina Olympics. They're competing against kind of the incumbent victors who are I'm forgetting its name. Chalk and Bates. Okay, so Chalk and Bates are this married couple that have been married for like 15 years, have been competing together for a long time, American couple, and they've been like extremely victorious over their career. And so they are competing against this salacious French pair that are competing together, and the French pair won.
No!
Yep. Yep.
Dang it.
I know. Yeah.
Man.
I watched that whole finals, and I was actually rooting for a different American couple. It was this like really cute girl from Michigan and this really cute Ukrainian boy, and I think they're also a romantic couple, and their dance is so interesting. Their final dance was to you know that Rachmaninoff piece that's like doom 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 do 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 do
Oh,
do do
yes.
do. Yeah. So their final dance was to that song, and it was like really like interesting and spooky, but they ended up in fifth.
Sad. That felt very Halloween-esque. Maybe people were over Halloween vibes in February. Well.
Anyway, so that's what's been going on. I love the Olympics. That's mostly what I've been watching, and then of course still watching Traders in the Pit.
Nice. And if that story intrigued you, you can listen and watch more about it in Glitter and Gold, the Netflix
Ooh,
docuseries.
I love it. Okay, when does that come out?
I think it's already out. It's like
Oh,
yeah, it's like ahead of the Winter Games. Go inside the high-stakes, high-drama world of ice dance as the sport's top couples skate for gold. So it came out like very
oh.
recently. I think probably in January.
Okay.
Yes, and it stars Chalk and Bates.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and with Lawrence and Guillaume as well. So yeah, now you know.
Cool.
Now you know how it ends. Oops, spoilies.
It's
Ah. Okay,
All right.
well.
Cool.
Oh, age.
I
The delay is crazy.
Thanks for yapping with us. If you loved this episode, have some hot takes we missed, or if you've got a show you're dying for us to binge next, follow us on socials. We're at Binge Yap Repeat.
Until next time, happy binging!